Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to everybody. Bim bam, bim 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 bam. Bim 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 bam. Ya pa 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 bim bam. Bim 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 bam. Bim 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 bam. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Bim bam, bim 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 bam. Bim 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 bam. Shabbat Shalom. Sarah. Shabbat Shalom Yeladim. Shabbat Shalom Harav Yael. Shabbat Shalom Sarah. I'm so happy to see you. And I am happy to be here. You know, Sarah, I think you forgot something. What? What did I forget? Well, let's think together. It's Shabbat. Doot, 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 doot. It's Shabbat. Doot, 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 doot. It's Shabbat. Doot, 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 doot. It's Shabbat. Well, what's the first thing you do on Shabbat when you come to services, Sarah? Oh, I know. Tell me. I need my kippah. What color kippah would you like, Sarah? I want a kippah kachula. I want a kippah that's kachol. Do you like this one, Sarah? Yeah, Harav Yael. I like this one. Okay, let's sing about the kippah. Kippah yarmulke shows the world you're a Jew. Wear it all day or just when you pray. It's totally up to you. Sarah wears a kippah on her head. Are you? To remind her that God is above. Wearing a kippah is one of the ways Sarah shows her respect and her love. Kippah yarmulke shows the world you're a Jew. Wear it all day or just when you play. It's totally up to you. Some put it on Shabbat and others just when they pray. Some of us like to wear a kippah everywhere during the day. Kippah yarmulke shows the world you're a Jew. Wear it all day or just when you pray. It's totally up to you. That is so wonderful. When I wake up in the morning, one of the first prayers I say is this. Do you know what prayer I was singing? Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, la 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 la, la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. יה לה 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 לה. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך. יה לה 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 יה לה 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 לה. Well, that was the first part of the Ve'ahavta, and I know that many of you know it, and I just love that melody. But let me ask you a question. When we come to the Beit Knesset, when we're praying here at synagogue, Nemer, oh Nemer, Nemer, when you come to the Beit Knesset, to the synagogue, what language do we speak here? Nemer, that's tiger language. What language are we using that's human language? Is it English? No, Nemer. Is it Japanese? No, Nemer. What language could it be? Is it Ivrit? Hebrew? Very good, Nemer. It's Hebrew. Now, if you and Sarah would sing after me with all of the kids from Congregation Emmanuel, let's sing the Aleph Bet. Would you be my echo? Whatever I sing, you repeat. Aleph, Bet, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Chet, Tet, Yod, Kaf, Chaf, Lamed, Mehem, Nun, Samech, Ayin, Pei, Fei, Tzadi, Kuf, Reish, Shin, Sin, Tav. That was great. Let's sing it all again. It's easy as you can see and hear. I'll say the Aleph Bet. Won't you repeat after me? Here we go. Aleph Bet Bet. Gimel Dalet Hey. Vav Zayin Chet Tet, Yod Kaf Chaf, Lamed Mehem Nun, Samech Ayin Pei Fei, Tzadi Kuf Reish, Shin Sin Tav. That was great. You know, we have a very big surprise today. In fact, we're going to get a matana, a gift. And I know you think you know what it is. You think it's challah for Shabbat. Well, that's a special gift. But today, as we get ready for the special holiday of Shavuot, I have another gift for all of my friends at Tat Shabbat at Congregation Emmanuel. But first, let's get used to using this Hebrew that you guys are so good at. Be my echo again. Balon katan, balon katan, balon kachol, בלון כחול רצה להיות הכי גדול, הכי גדול. התנפח, עד התפוצץ הפיקח. That balloon popped. עכבר קטן, little mouse, טייל בגן, walked in the garden, פגש, he met a חתול, a cat that was שחור, that was black. רץ, וופ, נכנס לחור. אגודל, מתי תגדל? לא רוצה לגדול בכלל. רוצה להיות הכי קטן כל הזמן. Well, today we are going to grow a tree inside the synagogue. It's not a tree for Tu B'Shvat. It is a tree for Shavuot, the special holiday where we celebrate the Matan, the gift of Torah. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all its supporters are happy. Shalom, 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 shalom. Eitz chaim hi lemachzikim ba v'chol tomchea me'ushar. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all its supporters are happy. Shalom, 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 shalom. Well, in the synagogue, Rabbi is sitting on the bama, on the bima. A bama is the raised stage from which Rabbi Yael and Alexandra lead services. And when you become a bat, a bar, and a b'nai mitzvah, you'll be on the bima too. In the synagogue, we have a siddur. This is my siddur. It's a prayer book. Inside the siddur are many prayers. The prayers are in Hebrew and in English. This is how we pray on Shabbat and on the holidays. In the synagogue, we have a Bible. A Hebrew Bible is called a Tanakh. A Tanakh has the Torah, the prophets, and the scriptures. Many of you have a Hebrew Bible at your house, and all of us have a Hebrew Bible, a Tanakh, here at synagogue. In this synagogue, we have a special book called a Chumash. The Chumash comes from the number Chamesh. Let's count together. Achat, Shtayim, Shalosh, Arba, Chamesh. That's the number 5, Chamesh. A Chumash is the special book that has the 5 books of Moses. Harav Yael! Harav Yael! Yes, Sarah, what's going on? I'm confused, Harav Yael. Why are you confused, Sarah? Because I thought that the 5 books of Moses, the Torah, was in the Bible. Oh, Sarah, you are so smart. The 5 books of Moses are in the Tanakh. They are the first part of the Torah, of the Tanakh, of the Hebrew Bible. But Sarah, I want to show you something. The Bible has the Torah, prophets, and scriptures, but the Chumash only has the 5 books of Moses and some special readings called Haftarot that come from prophets. Oh, I got it. Now I know in my synagogue I have a Tanakh, a Hebrew Bible. I have a Chumash, the 5 books of Moses. And I have a Siddur, a prayer book. And we can study Talmud. That's oral Torah. Get your hands ready and let's study together. Al Shlosha Divarim Ha'olam Omed. On 3 things the whole world stands firm. On Torah and on prayer. I'm holding my Siddur, pretend. And on loving acts. Let's sing this together. Al Shlosha Divarim. Al Shlosha Divarim. Al Shlosha Divarim. Ha'olam Omed. Al HaTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al HaTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Roar! Who's roaring? Roar! It's the Namer. What's up, Namer? Where is the real Torah? Will the real Torah please stand up? Is the real Torah sitting in the chairs in the synagogue, in the Beit Knesset? Roar! No! Well, Namer, where do you think the real Torah is? We need to find the Ner Tamid. Ner Tamid. Ner Tamid. Are you out there? Harav Yael. Namer, you're pulling me. Where are you pulling me? Where are you pulling me? Wait a minute. These are candles. But this is not the Ner Tamid. This is not the Ner Tamid because these candles, Namer, they go out. At night when Rabbi goes home, these candles do not stay on. Oh, Namer's pulling me again. Where's Namer pulling me? Oh, Namer, look up. Look up. I see the Ner Tamid. There's the Ner Tamid way, way, way up, almost at the ceiling. And when Rabbi Yael goes home at night, the Ner Tamid stays on. And here's what is so special. The Ner Tamid guards the Torah. Where's the Torah hiding? It's in the Aron HaKodesh. Torah, 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 Torah tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Torah tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Torah tziva lanu Moshe. I'm going to bring a matana, a a gift out, Matan Torah, to all of the children. Let me think. I'm scratching my head. Do I want a Torah that's Lavan? Do I want a Torah that's Kahol? Do I want a Torah that's Adom? Do I want a Torah that's Yarok? Or a Torah that's Yarok? I think today I am going to take the Torah that is Kahol, that is blue, because it has a beautiful atara, a beautiful crown on it. And children, I want you to see the crown, the beautiful crown on the Torah. Torah, 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 Torah tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Torah tziva lanu Moshe. This is your Torah, your special gift that we received on Shavuot. Next Sunday night and Monday morning is Shavuot. If any of you can wake up at 5 a.m. on Monday morning, Rabbi Yael is going to be at Kingston Point Beach dancing and singing and praying as the sun comes up early in the morning as we wait for Torah. Do you know that when Moses received Torah from God, all the people of Israel were there? And we stood at the bottom of Mount Sinai, and it was so loud. There was thunder and lightning, but not a word was said. A tiger didn't roar. A mouse didn't peep. A bird didn't chirp. A child didn't cry. And the Divine One said to Moses, Moses, this is my Torah for Israel. I'm at Mount Sinai. I give you this Torah, and you give it to the prophets, to the elders, to the children, so that we all can have Torah. And Moses walked the Torah down Mount Sinai and gave the Torah to each one of us. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Rabbi Yael is closing the Aron HaKodesh, closing the ark. I'm waving at the Ner Tamid. And I want to offer a special prayer as we get ready for Shavuot. Eli, Eli, shelo yigamer le'olam, hachol v'hayam, rish rush shel hamayim, barak hashamayim, tfilat ha'adam, hachol v'hayam, rish rush shel hamayim, barak hashamayim, tfilat ha'adam. Oh God, my source, I pray that these things never end. The sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens sand and the sea, the rush of the waters, the crash of the heavens, the prayer of the heart. Next Sunday night is Tikkun Leil Shavuot, and Monday morning I'll be at Kingston Point Beach at 5 a.m. If your children are up, you should come and join us. Remember that registration is open for religious school. We are so excited as we bring in a new religious school director to have all of you register ahead of time. Services will begin in about 3.5 minutes. And it's our early service beginning at 6. And I want to remind all the families, stretch your legs and stay for services. Alexandra and I have a wonderful story to tell you this evening. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Li'et Nasa V'chefzo Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra V'acharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimloch Nora Vehu Haya Vehu Hoveh Vehu Yeh V'tifara Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Li'et Nasa V'chefza Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra V'yacharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimloch Nora Vehu Haya Vehu Hoveh Vehu Yeh B'tifara Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Li'et Nasa V'chefza Kol Azai Melech Shemo Nikra V'acharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimloch Nora Vehu Haya Vehu Hoveh B'tifara Vehu Haya Vehu Hoveh B'tifara. It's Shabbat, doot 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 doot. 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 Light candles, doot 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 doot. Say the bracha, doot 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 doot. Be filled with joy, doot 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 doot. It's Shabbat, doot 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 doot. Say kiddush, 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 doot 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 doot. Eat challah, 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 doot 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 doot. Go to shul, doot 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 doot. Come and sing, doot 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 doot. It's Shabbat, doot 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 doot. It's Shabbat, doot 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 doot. Shabbat Shalom.
Lai 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 lai
Shabbat Shalom. It is so wonderful to be able to share Shabbat. Beginning next month, for the summer, June, July, and August, our first Fridays will be outdoors in Rhinebeck. Throughout July and August, we will be praying outdoors. The second, third, fourth, and fifth Shabbatot will be in parks in Kingston. Stay tuned as we share with you our locations. Page 126. I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life. The source needs no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics, no services, but I need them. Through prayer, I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love my Creator is to love each other, to work to make our lives better. To love the source is to love the world that the source created and to work to perfect it. To love my Creator is to love dreams of peace and joy that illuminate all of us and to bring that vision to life. If you have a Siddur at home, we continue on page 129. If you are following with the digital copy of the Siddur, it can be found on our website right below the live stream link. 129, opening our hearts in prayer with the poetry from the Song of Songs. אני לא הרואה בשושנים דודי לי מי זאת עולה מן המדבר מי זאת עולה מן המדבר תודי לי ואני לא הרואה בשושנים תודי לי מכותרת מור ולבונה תודי לי ואני לא הרואה בשושנים תודי לי. Page 120, we bless the Sabbath candles together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu v'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
O source of light and truth, creator of the eternal law of goodness, help us to find knowledge by which to live. Lead us to take the words we shall speak into our hearts and our lives. Bless all who come together in this virtual sanctuary of community, all who bring their hearts and the offerings of their hearts. May our worship lead us to acts of kindness, peace, and love. In Lecha Dodi, it is traditional in the final paragraph to turn and face the entrance to the sanctuary. In doing so, we honor anyone who is feeling sad, anyone who might be new to our community, who may not feel welcome yet. And so in Lecha Dodi, we make sure to welcome them with the Sabbath bride on this Shabbos as we each face the entrance to our Mikdash Me'at, our small sanctuaries at home, in the synagogue and outdoors. We still face the entrance, and this time honoring essential workers, those teachers, nurses, doctors, social workers, firefighters, police people, the grocery staff, the mental health professionals, all of the people who have been taking care of us throughout COVID. We honor you. Lecha Dodi 138 and 139, paragraphs 1, 2, 5, and 9.
Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nikabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad hishmi anu el hamyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shemu tiferet v'litila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mekor ha'baracha mirosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela.
139.
Hitori kiva orech kumi uri shir daberi kvod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala gam b'simcha uv'tzohala tochem emunei am tegula. Boi chala lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat Shabbat nekabela.
Page 140, Psalm 92, we are told in the Talmud that this was one of the psalms that was sung by the Levi'im, the Levites, in the ancient temple. Sing a song for Shabbat. It is good to praise the Creator of the universe.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון. לחיי בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבר, עלי היגיון בכינור. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך העליון, ולזמר לשמך העליון.
146. We call one another into formal worship. We face Jerusalem. We make a connection with our people everywhere as we pray together. One 47. Oh, source of the universe, you are as near as the very air we breathe, yet farther than the farthest most star. We yearn to reach you. We seek the light and warmth of your presence. Though we say you are near, we find ourselves lonely and alone. Let our desire in prayer, our desire in life, be so strong that it will tear the veil that keeps you from our sight. Let your light release our darkness and reveal the glory and joy of your presence. 152.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai מלכותו לעולם ועד. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד.
154.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
158. Our Judaism is based on the idea and the ideals that we all crossed the sea and tasted freedom and the divine presence, and we all stood at Mount Sinai and received Torah thousands of years ago. And every day, every year, every week, every month, we are asked to feel the divine presence as real as on that day that we received Torah at Sinai, as real as on that day when we crossed through the parted sea together with Miriam, Moses, and all of the children of Israel.
Yai lai 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 yai lai lai yai lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai yai lai 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 yai lai 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 lai. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedor b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele. Malchutecha ra'u vanecha, bokei al yam lifnei Moshe Miriam, ze'elianu v'shamru, ve'elianu ve'amru, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. Lai 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 lai.
160. 3 lines down from the Hebrew, Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shlomecha. On this Sabbath, as we dwell in the beauty of family and community, friends and rest, may we feel the divine presence as a shelter above us and a shelter within.
Ufros aleinu sukat, sukat shlomecha. Ufros Yai lai 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 lai.
164, facing Jerusalem again this evening as we enter into and become the heart of prayer.
Open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. La 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la la la.
Tfilat Amidah continues belachash in a whisper, each of us finding our own prayers traditionally through page 180. In an envelope marked personal, God addressed me a letter in an envelope marked personal. I have given my answer. 178.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech adon lecho b'shalom. Atahu melech adon lecho hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim leolam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim leolam. V'tov be'einecha levarich et Amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל Hoshana Bishlomecha Shalom Rav Al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam Shalom Rav Al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam.
570 for this precious responsibility of counting the Omer. It is a countdown. From the second night of Passover, we began counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We counted 7 for 1 week, for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks, for 4 weeks. And now in the 5th week, on the 6th day, we count the Omer. We will be counting for 49 days. And the next day will be Shavuot. Hineni mukhan u'mizuman, Hineni mukhana u'mizumenet, Hineni mukhan u'mizuman, L'kayem mitzvat aseh. Hineni mukhan u'mizuman, Hineni mukhana u'mizumenet, Hineni mukhan u'mizuman, Shel sfirat ha'omer. Fulfilling this mitzvah, we say together, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu al sfirat ha'omer. Hayom, arba'im ve'echad yom. Today is the 41st day. Shehem chamisha shvuot v'shisha yamim. That is 5 weeks and 6 days. La Omer, of the Omer, as we head from 41 to 49 and leading right up to Shavuot. I don't know if I've ever told you this, but preparing for Shabbat was Moshe's favorite thing to do in the whole wide world. So whenever Shabbat was coming, he would set out early Friday morning from his home. He would go down to the shuk, that means the market. And in the shuk, he would buy what was necessary for Shabbat. He would buy a bottle of wine. He would buy candles for Shabbat, 2 candles. And he would buy challah. He did this every Friday morning. And then he would head back to his home. And when he got home, he would go to the mikveh. The mikveh. I love the mikveh because I love water. Mikveh is when you go swimming in this really magical place. It can be a special mikveh inside a building, or if you're like Rabbi, you can go to the ocean or to Big Deep in Woodstock, to any creek where you can get inside the water and get totally immersed in the water. It's traditional on Fridays to go for a swim in the mikveh. Moshe would go to the mikveh, and then after that, he would go to shul, he would come to synagogue, and then he would go home and celebrate Shabbat with a festive meal with his family and friends. So it was one Friday, and Moshe had gone to the shuk. He had spent all of his money, and he was heading home with his Shabbat items that I showed you. It was getting late, so he decided he would cut through the woods, a shortcut, on his way home. And as he was cutting through the woods, he heard musicians in the woods playing a tune. Moshe left the path and he began to run. He was running as fast as he could. He wanted to find out where the music was coming from. And he came to the musicians and he saw them in the woods. And he said, "Oh, musicians, you must teach me this tune." But the musicians, they weren't friaring. They said to him, "Yeah? You want to learn the tune? What can you pay us?" "What can I pay you?" Moshe emptied out his pockets and he realized he had spent all of his money on his Shabbat items. His Shabbat items. He loved that tune. He had no money. "I don't have money, but I have a really fine bottle of wine," and the musicians, they thought that was a good deal. So he gave them the wine, and the musicians accepted that as payment, and then they taught him the nigun. Moshe was so happy. He thanked the musicians and he continued on his way, singing the melody over and over in his head. He was so excited that he didn't look down and didn't notice the stone in the path, and he tripped. Boom! And he fell down, crash, and he hit his head. Oy, oy, oy. When he got up, he realized, "I hit my head. I can't remember that tune." So he decided he would have to go back to the musicians and learn the melody again. But when he did, they shouted at him and they said, "If you want to learn it again, you have to pay us." "Pay you? I don't have money, but I have 2 chalot." And sure enough, the musicians, they accepted the chalot for payment, and they taught him the nigun again. "Now I've got it in my kefala," said Moshe. And he said farewell to the musicians and he headed home. And he was singing that melody and he was skipping. And he was jumping and he was singing. And he didn't pay attention to how high he jumped, and he, boom, hit his head on a low branch, and it knocked him for a lulu. It knocked him so hard in his kepala. Oy, 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 not again. Moshe forgot the melody again. You know what he did, don't you? He decided that he had to return to the musicians again to learn the melody that had been knocked out of his head from the branch. And when he got there, they said, "No way, Moshe, not unless you cough up another payment." What could he do? Luckily, he still had the 2 beautiful candles for Shabbat in his Shabbos bag. And so he paid them 1 candle, 2 candles. And sure enough, for the 3rd time, they taught him the nigun. La 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 la. Third time is a charm. This time Moshe had learned his lesson. He walked very carefully all the way home through the shortcut in the woods that didn't turn out quite so short until he got home. And Moshe's husband was so happy to see him, he ran out to greet him, and they hugged. They hadn't seen each other since the morning. But Moshe's husband was surprised, and he said in a tone that was a little bit stern, Moshe, your bag is empty. Where are your Shabbat things for our table? The wine, the challah, the candles. Husband, said Moshe, it's true. I don't have wine or challah or candles this week. But you will be delighted when you listen to what I've brought for our Shabbat table. And with that, he sang the nigun, and that evening, they made the most joyous, festive, beautiful Shabbat, not with wine, not with challah, not with candles, but with this nigun. La 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 May this Sabbath and every Sabbath in your home and in ours be filled with nigunim, with songs of joy and songs of Sabbath, and the love and the community that emanates from those nigunim. With our teaching on our hearts, we turn to page 371. At this moment, we have a list of members of our community who are dealing with challenges of healing, needing our prayers. We send our prayers out to David Anderson, Amanda Batista, Susan Bosch, Jenny Bryant, Audrey Cohn, Barbara Cohn, Robert Cohen, Adele Corvin, Tyler Corvin, Louis Costello, Bob Davis, Yehuda Ben Leah V'chaim, John Gaudier, Joy Gross, Ron Hall, Anna Hernandez, Joe Horowitz, Darren Jacobs, Judy Jacobs, Seth Kerr, Andrea Klein, Mary Jane Klein, Luke Klein, Leah Levine, Olaya, Paula Markovitz, Reverend Michelle Meach, Joe Michaels, Moshe Yosef, Howard Pellet, Stephanie Payusko, Carla Friedman, Ellie Edelwitz, Tony Rosenstein, Robin Stone, Ellen Vogeloff, George Wells, Celeste Jaron, Aaron, Jacob Zachary Whittam, Ben Wilder, Phyllis Woolfield, Gretchen Zimmerman. As we pray together, I am going to continue to hold all of those members of our community on the list for continued healing. You are very much part of our prayers this evening.
Mi shebeirach avotenu mikor habracha limotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi shebeirach imotenu mikor habracha leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shalema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Tomorrow morning, our minyan begins at 10 a.m. and we are so honored and excited as our Nora Lopez will be called to the Torah as a bat mitzvah. Tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m., our Zemer, led by Alexandra Schleuderer, will meet outside in our temple's back parking lot to make some music together in the event of inclement weather. The members of Zemer will be coming into the sanctuary, and they will be following all of the protocols and guidelines. So please be certain to bring a mask and be prepared to be sitting 15 feet apart from one another indoors as you will be making music together with Alex. Zemer will meet again next week, Monday evening at 6 p.m. Alexandra is looking to just bring the community together, to lift all of our spirits with joy and song, and also to begin to prepare for prayers that will be part of our Sabbath services as well as our high holiday services. Next week, all of our classes are scheduled as according to their regular schedule. Please check the website for details. Brotherhood's monthly meeting is Tuesday evening at 6:30 p.m. I will be the 15-minute guest speaker at Brotherhood at 7 p.m. The meeting begins at 6:30, and I will be there at 7 to really answer all of the questions that the Brotherhood has about Tahara, to really get inside and open up this mystical, beautiful, but sometimes distant ritual that really we want to make our own. Thursday at 7 p.m., our guest teacher and board member, Professor Mary Warrener, presents the second of 4 adult education sessions, virtually via Zoom, ancient stories that happen every day. As Mary leads the group to examine biblical narratives and contemporary sources and discuss issues that are as old as they are new in this limited series. This is the second class. It's entitled Pursuing Justice. Will you sweep away the innocent along with the guilty? A look at Genesis 18:23, respecting the law and questioning authority in pursuit of justice. On Sunday, May 16th, our congregation will be celebrating Shavuot with a Tikkun Leil Shavuot, late night study beginning at 10:30 p.m. and going to just after midnight. Please join me and other members of our community for this festival journey. We will be studying the book of Ruth, focusing on renewal and hope, following times of devastation. On Monday morning, May 17th, we will have our Shavuot sunrise service at Kingston Point Beach, gathering at 5 a.m. We encourage everyone to come for a 1-hour festival service. And if you're inclined, bring a poem or a text about Jewish revelation that you would be willing to share with others. It can be a contemporary poem, one that you wrote, or one that you have been inspired by that speaks to our Jewish values. CEHV is pleased to announce that our Zimmit Religious School will be reopening the school for the 2021-2022 school year. School registrations are now being accepted. Contact the main office and look online for this information, as well as information about all of our many programs and ways to be in touch with us. You will be noticing that under the guidance and the protocols of our board, we are looking for ways to open the synagogue step by step safely. June, we will have one outdoor in-person service in Rhinebeck. July and August, we will hold in-person outdoor services on each and every Friday night, weather permitting. 598. It is hard to speak of joy when we carry loss and grief in our hearts, but our Judaism teaches us that the divine is with us in times of darkness and sadness, and in times of joy and simcha. As we remember the names of loved ones, we say, Zichronam Livracha, may their memory be for a blessing, and we affirm their memories not in devastation, but with that sweet note of memory that inspires us in life and affirms all that was good. For those recently deceased who are observing their Shana and their Shloshim, their year of grief, know that your congregation is with you as I hold each and every one of the names of the recently deceased in my heart with you. And these names of those who died in this season in years past: Nathan Bitts, remembered by Ken Bitts; Moral Bosoneto, remembered by Jerry Harrington; Alan Bronstein, Lenore Brown, Mark Cohn, remembered by Mitchell Cohen; Roberta Aaron Rich, remembered by Randy Zinn; Gertrude Eisenstadt, remembered by David Eisenstadt; Adele L. Garten, remembered by Martin B. Miller; Hannah Feldman, remembered by Jessica Fillmore; Jean Friedman, remembered by Michael Friedman; Fanny Golub, remembered by Judith Golub; Marianne Lestrange, remembered by Carmel Gold; Marcia Elizabeth Miller, remembered by Marty Miller; Edward Netburn, Yetta Schumer; Jerry Sumber, remembered by Jody and Linda Sumber; Marks Wetterhahn. Kaddish Yatom. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yit'ale v'yithalal, Shmei d'Kudusha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran b'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol b'nei Adam v'imru amen. Or zarua latzadik ulishrei lev simcha, page 649.
Or zarua
latzadik ulishrei lev simcha. Or zarua latzadik ulishrei lev simcha. Or zarua latzadik ulishrei lev simcha. Ulishrei lev simcha. Or zarua latzadik ulishrei lev simcha. Ulishrei lev simcha. Lai 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 ya la 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 Vayihi erev vayihi boker yom hashishi vayichulu Hashamayim v'haaretz v'chol tziva'am Vayichal Elohim bayom hashvi'i melachto asher asa Vayishvot bayom hashvi'i mikol melachto asher asa Vayivarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i Vayikadesh oto ki vo shavat mikol melachto Asher bara Elohim la'asot savri. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pari hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kohodsho b'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu Zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit Ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh Zecher liyetziat mitzrayim Ki vanu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta Im kol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava uvratzon Hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat Amen Hamotzi lechem min haaretz We give thanks to the source above Our voices rise in song together As our joyful prayer is said, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom.